What's up, everybody? I'm Ruby Juice, and I am back with another Let's Play. I came up a little short on my Ravenport Let's Play. Things got really busy right after launch, and my real-life commitments just didn't let me get videos out for that Let's Play. So we're going to try it again here. We're going to do something a little bit different and start up another Let's Play, this time on the Michigan map. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I've already set it up. It's on the new farmer difficulty. So we've started with some buildings and sheds and that sort of thing and some equipment, but I've traded in the equipment and bought myself kind of what I want to start out with and taken out a big loan. So we're going to come at this one, fairly new farmer in the industry, bought a whole bunch of land, bought a whole bunch of equipment, big loan to pay off, and we're going to get right into it. Later in this Let's Play, I'm going to try and get into the animals a little bit. Maybe we'll do some pigs, maybe some dairy, and we'll go from there. Alright, so let's get to it. We'll get into the Michigan map. So I've got a bunch of mods loaded in here. I'll just explain a couple of the ones that I'll probably use the most. So the John Deere STS series mod from JHHG Modding, you can find them on Facebook. That one I'm really liking the look of. I haven't actually used it yet, but I bought it in the game and have looked at it at least. The Merit Super Bee as well I'll be using. Really something that you see a lot of in the Michigan area. I grew up just on the other side of the Canada-US border from Michigan. In our area, we had lots of these things running around. Where I live now, in Alberta, we also have lots of those running around. So it makes me feel a little more true to life. Once we get into animals, then I might use this New Holland 900. Had one of those, not exactly, but almost the same model of that forage harvester on the farm I grew up on, so that one is a little bit close to the heart too. So we'll go ahead, we'll jump in, and we'll get farming. Alright, so you'll see here I've got beautiful log farmhouse that I dropped in myself in place of the standard in-game one. So this we've got here. I haven't tested the garage doors to see if they actually work or not. And you'll see I have a bunch of equipment here. I deleted most of what you start with in the new farmer mode, but I will go ahead and show you what I've still got. So we've still got the John Deere T560i here, along with the corn header and the cereals header. And then over there we've got the Vaterstadt Carrier XL disc and the Maestro SW planter if we want to do corn later on. So I did keep those two just in case we want to get into corn. For starters, we'll probably do mostly soybeans, maybe some canola, and maybe some wheat. Gotta do that rotation. It's fairly true to what we grew on the farm I grew up on. Corn as well, so that's why I kept that equipment, but we had a pretty steady rotation that included wheat and soybeans, and then I did know a few people who did canola as well. So did keep this combine just so I could have two combines going at once, but all the other equipment is back at the shop. So I bought the Lizard Warrior as well as that Merit Super Bee I was talking about at the start of the video. So those are going to be what we use to haul grain around. Moving along, about the Hardy Rubicon. So this series going to be starting out with some pretty big equipment, big loans, but big equipment, big fields. It's a big map, so thought it was only fitting that I get some of the bigger equipment. And it might seem like we're starting out at the top with a lot of money and a lot of equipment, but really, I mean, this is a good starting point, but eventually I'd like to upgrade to maybe a few of these STS combines and a couple of the really big Seed Hawk air seeders, that sort of thing. So I'm starting big, but not the biggest. And once we get into animals and that sort of thing, then that could change the dynamics of how this Let's Play will work. So we got the John Deere 98.7 STS Combine, which, as I said, is that mod from JHHG Modding. Looks really nice. I'm really liking the look of it. You know, same quality, I would say, as the ones that Giants has designed in-game. Haven't seen it running yet, so I can't say whether or not that's the case when it's operating, but so far so good. I bought the Challenger MT865E to pull the air seeder, and also the John Deere 8370 RT to pull the Elmer's Hallmaster auger wagon. So, where to begin? Well, I suppose we should start getting this equipment back to the farm, and then once we do that, we can start seeding, because all the fields that we have currently are not seeded. So we're going to have to fertilize and we're going to have to seed. So we'll start out by filling up the sprayer and getting it off and fertilizing, and then we can start moving the other equipment back to the farm. So we're going to buy a whole bunch of fertilizer. Buy 5 of those. Won't be able to use them all, almost though. While we're doing that, we may as well also buy some seed and some fertilizer. There we go. So we've got our seed and fertilizer ready for when we get the seeder out of here. Let's just finish filling up our sprayer. And of course, the sprayer I bought because I can use it for fertilizer and also herbicide. I've made the decision in this Let's Play, I'm not going to be weeding because I think that that's just not really accurate to how farming would be done in Michigan. I didn't know a single person other than the one organic farmer I knew who used a mechanical weeder, and so we're just going to go ahead and stick to herbicide for all our weeds. And I think that that will just get things done a lot more quickly as well. So we will stick to that. The Michigan map, so far, I find it very nicely designed. I like the touch of having actual company names on the different buildings, that sort of thing. Here we have the Napa Auto Parts. We've got a Pioneer grain elevator on our left here as well. Saw the dealership was John Deere. So overall, I'm liking it so far. It's pretty wide open, got lots of open space and fairly large fields. Pretty normal shapes for the fields as well. The fields are fairly regular shapes, mostly rectangular. Now, one thing I have noticed as well is that there are irrigation ditches around the map. This up ahead not being one of them. That is something we'll have to watch out for as we drive around our farm. But you'll see here on the right we have an irrigation ditch. Obviously we're not going to want to get our tractors stuck in there, so we're going to have to do some headland work in order to make sure that our sprayer doesn't get stuck. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're ready to spray. So this will obviously give our worker lots of room to turn around. We will hire a worker once we do the headlands on both ends of the field here. So we will spray our way down to the other end. So as you can see, pretty big and open. a lot of hills or anything like that to be seen on this map. Which is pretty par for the course for the area I grew up in. Again, just across the border from Michigan. I'm sure there are some hilly areas in Michigan, but my spot outside of Michigan, pretty flat. And I'm sure a lot of the farming areas are relatively flat. Not quite like the prairies, but still not terribly hilly, so I assume this is fairly accurate to some sort of farming area in Michigan. There goes the train. You can see the train on this map has been modified. It's got 5 grain cars up front there, 1 logging car, and then 3 flat decks at the back. So you can see there, there are a few dips, and I've noticed that this sprayer is certainly kind of bobbing around, and the terrain's a little rough, which is kind of neat to see. It's good we've got a little bit of money left over in case there's something I've overlooked for starting equipment, or if we want to get into pigs more quickly or something like that, then we can always jump in. Alright, we'll just do this quick little headland just to the edge where the field gets longer, and then we will start a worker on the way. Start getting that other equipment back to the farm to get seeding. So we've got to fill our seeder still. Perfect. So that should give our worker lots of room. Okay, off goes the worker. The Challenger going so we can fill up our seeder tank. I bought the Challenger because I like the tight turning radius on these tractors. And I think it will work out really nicely. I also have seen lots of these around, again, in the areas that I grew up in. Not Challengers per se, but tractors just like this. So, to me, this definitely strikes a good balance with the realism, in keeping with kind of a regular American farm. Typical, I should say, not a regular farm, but a typical American farm. At least in the northeast. Oh, I switched covers. There we go. I thought we were on to fertilizer already. We are not. There it goes. Okay, fertilizer is full. Just finished filling up with seed here. Just need to buy 1 more bag of seed, which has been deposited there. Again, I really like the turning on these tractors, and with the steering wheel, I think it'll be a natural fit. Okay, well, it's not full, but close that up. That auger out of the way. Let that car go by at least. And now we'll get in everybody's way. Oh dear. Well. Okay. Says the helper has completed their task. Oh, we need to lime the field. Of course. Okay. So we'll need to lime it before we can do anything else. We're going to have to buy a tractor for the liming. And, well, it looks like this is the only spot that got missed for some reason. Not quite sure why that happened, but easily rectified. And once we do this, hopefully the traffic will have disappeared from around our other tractor. Which is a little bit like cheating, I suppose, but I'm okay with it. Okay. So we'll let that fold up. We'll get this tractor on the move before any more traffic shows up. Put our hazard lights on like the good citizens we are. These roads are a little tight, especially with these lamp posts here that we can't just be off on the side of the road like kind of normally would be. Nice thing is I haven't seen any traffic on these side roads yet, assuming that they're not well traveled. Do a rolling stop at our stop sign there. And we'll pull into the farmyard. And we will just shut that down right there because we need to get ourselves fertilizer spreader. I think we're going to need to go for the large one because if we're going to be spreading lime, then we need a pretty big spreader for that. And I would say that we want the extensions all the way around. $78,000. Now the question is, can we get another tractor for $150? What does it require for horsepower? It doesn't say. I'm not going to get a whole lot, am I? Could get the 6M. We'll just put wide tires on it. Yeah, I think that should work. We bump it up to that. Actually, you know what? Oh, I'm tempted to sell this combine. I wanted to be able to run 2 combines at once, but I think that we're better off selling this and buying a better tractor to run the fertilizer spreader, and then we can always buy another STS series later on when we get the cash. I think that's probably a better route to go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say we should probably sell this. No. Let's buy the 6M. Well, we could probably get a better tractor for less money. Because what's that getting us? 164 horsepower for $135,000. Yeah, I guess we can't do a lot better than that. The Maxim. Yeah, okay. 6M. I'll put yeah, let's put a big front weight on it. I'll put some wide tires on it. And hopefully that's going to pull our spreader. If not, then we might be out of luck. Okay, first things first though, we gotta look at our map and check out where do we fill with lime. Way in the southern end. Okay. So let's head south. Actually, while this thing is running, it might be a good use of our auger wagon to fill up with some lime so that we can come and fill up our spreader with it. Because lime seems to disappear in a big hurry. It's a nice place. Big sheds. Okay, which way do we turn? We're gonna have to turn right and then left, I think. I like the cracked pavement, it's a nice touch too. Pretty accurate. Nice shop there. Ooh, look at those sheds. Cute little church. So we have another elevator coming up here on our left. I don't know if it's functional or not. Oh, this is probably the train silo up here. Speaking of which. Head across the tracks. Okay, so that's the train silo. It's good to know. We're almost at our lime station. Oh, Frito-Lay, Pioneer Sugar. What's this say? Loaded trucks and unloaded trucks. Well, I'm an unloaded truck, I guess. But I'm gonna go in this way anyway. This is cool. This is nicely set up, actually. Scale. Let's fill her up with lime, please. While that's happening, we've got field 30 over here to take care of. Okay. Well, this is tight quarters, isn't it? It's all good. Clearly these fields are meant to be joined together. So that 31, I think it was, will be a natural next purchase. Looks like we pretty much may as well just go straight on through to 29. Oh no, I think there's an irrigation ditch there. That's why it's important for us to do our headlands in this. There's no just set it and forget it with workers on this map, that's for sure. I kind of like that though, that you can't just drive to a field and set your worker and kind of wash your hands of whatever they do. Take some responsibility for making sure that things are well set up and the worker is ready to roll. Sure, as the farm gets larger, I may not feel the same, but for starting out, gotta know the lay of the land. Looks like this field will only take 2 or 3 more passes with this sprayer. Although then we're going to have to go fill it back up again. Okay. Thank you for the lime. Tractor's struggling a bit, but not having a tough time. Let's see what the scale on the way out says. The way out, 44,873. Okay, I gotta check my map here. I believe we take a right. Yep. Right, and then a left. So I'm just kind of getting into trying out mods in 19. There are quite a number of them around. It's taken some sorting through to find ones that I think are really promising, but this map stuck out to me, partly because it's pretty close to where I grew up on a farm, and partly because it just gives a different taste than the current maps that are out, Ravenport and Fellsborough. So I thought it'd be worth a try. Just giving it a go and seeing what exactly this map has to offer. Okay, let's spread some lime. And we'll get this helper set up. Some extra space to turn around. And then we'll set the helper on their way. Not sure yet how we want to approach filling this thing. An auger wagon might be a good idea. Who knew there'd be so much work before you could even seed the field? Comes the train again. I'll head slightly off the field here and cycle around to do the headlands. The nice part about doing this is that since our Seeder also fertilizes. We won't have any work to do between seeding and harvesting other than just spraying for weeds. Oh dear. Ooh, dodged a bullet on that one. That was not something I was planning on. Okay, we gotta look out when we drive the other way too. It wasn't an issue with the sprayer because it has the front boom. Oh, we could just hire a worker for that. And 30 are finished. May as well go in a clockwise circle on the map. Looks like they missed a tiny little strip there, but we'll accept it. I don't know if we'll have enough liquid fertilizer in the tank to finish these fields, but we will see. I think it's just a road at the other end, so I'm tempted to just hire a worker. Yeah, it's just a dirt road and then another field, so I think with this headland complete we can hire a worker. I'll check on the lime quantity of our other worker. They're probably running low already. Already down to 9,500, yeah. We're gonna have to take this auger wagon, or we buy a smaller one. What's a smaller auger wagon gonna cost us? Too much. Too rich for our blood. It's pretty nice looking. I haven't used this 8300 RT yet. Or the Elmer's Hallmaster for that matter. Look at that. Okay, fingers crossed we don't hit the train at this crossing again. Not literally, but... Aha. Made it through. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to the handling on this tractor. Just being a little sensitive. Okay, we'll go in the correct way this time. Helper H, I think that was my sprayer. Open up our cover. Oh dear, does this not accept lime? It doesn't, does it? Nope. No lime in here. Alright. Well, you got about half that field done. Okay. Well, that's awkward. The seed runner does not hold lime. None of these hold lime. I know a regular trailer can just hold lime. But the question is, can I just fill my fertilizer spreader from that regular trailer? Oh well. I guess we know what we gotta do. We gotta go bring this back to the lime station. Thankfully, it's relatively close to this field overall. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. That's just, that white arrow is just for our silo, right? Farm silo, yeah. Not because it would give us lime. That's also a lime station, though. Interesting. So there's a lime station up near the shop, which I should have paid more attention to. Oh well. Not a big deal. We will go and get some more lime and carry on with our mission. Put up our cover. Yes. Of course we have to move the auger wagon that did not work. Leave it there. Whoop. Looks like we'll also need to fill up our sprayer for the next field. I don't think that 1,000 liters is going to cut it. We're going to be spending a fortune on lime. Might turn lime required off after this. We'll see. Would be good to have something that gives a little more complexity than just the regular old. Fertilizer and weeding. I say regular old, it's still somewhat new to those of us who've been following the series for a while. So we started this with about 1,000. Used 300-ish. What I'm going to do is just drive down to the other end and do that. Should be able to do that end of the field, and then it'll be time to fill this up. Our lime spreader is filled. We can go grab it, and we'll be well on our way. Okay, let's try not to spray into the irrigation ditch. It's perfect. We'll just have to fill it up. Close that up and head back to finish up lime spreading on the first of our 4 fields. Well, that's it for this time around, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Next time, we'll finish the lime spreading, we'll finish the fertilizing, and we will get right to seeding. Take care and see you next time.